All right.
Okay, here we are.
Welcome to the pod. We're back again.
It's like we never left.
Yep, we really haven't.
I did not get up between episodes.
I got up because I've been battling wet lung for a while. And apologies in advance if we cough directly into the mic, but we're trying to cover.
If that last episode aired and you had to listen to me talk about infectious diseases as I hacked up all of the phlegm in North County, hey.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a trendsetter.
Maybe if, any nurses out there can diagnose my initial cough we called dry lung because that's what it felt like. Well, I didn't want to go all the way to bronchitis.
No, I said bark.
Oh, bark cough.
We were calling it barking cough.
Yeah. But I would be like, dry lung is, acting. Sorry, dry lung.
Yeah.
And I would just, but it would.
Dust lung.
Dust lung.
We were not hitting. Yeah.
Yeah. Dust lung. It felt like there was just like a tickle in my throat that made me aggressively cough, but it was dry. And now dust lung has transitioned to wet lung or rattle lung, whatever. But it feels like a little rattly. And it's now wet. It's not dust in there. I don't know what. The dust got water and has changed to something more substantial.
I love science.
Yeah, science. So any nurses out there, please tell me.
Nurses, doctors.
What's wrong with me?
Disease specialists.
Yeah. Tell me what's wrong with me, but also, if it's harder than just drinking warm water, I'm not going to do it.
Actually, I want to know, what do you think of when you hear tickle in my throat? Tickle in your throat? Because I have an image that comes to mind when Paul is making faces. That comes to mind every time when
there's a little tickle in my throat.
Yeah,
I picture a long feather, like down someone's throat. That's literally what I picture.
Oh, okay.
So I would be looking at you like an X-ray, and I'm picturing feather with the plucked part up top.
I don't like plucked part.
And just
it's not very vegan friendly.
Just going back and forth.
That's good.
What do you picture? Uh-oh.
I was picturing small man.
No.
In like a crouched position.
Inside the throat?
In my throat. On my, what are these called? Urine theater. What is the
urine theater?
What are the cords called? On my vocal cords?
Your esophagus?
No, I feel like there's a name for the things. It's Jordy!
Oh my god.
What a woman. Look at her boots.
I know.
She was ready to stomp. I don't know what these things are called. I'm really far away from the mic. Sorry. But
your
I imagine.
Trachea?
No.
Is that all in the same area?
Where are your phalanges? No, phalanges are big.
I wouldn't have known. I would have just been like,
my phalanges.
Your gills.
Is a small, think old Peter Pan. Because he's in a green suit. Is this not normal?
He's in a green suit? Old Peter Pan is in your throat going,
he's a little tubby. And he's thinking...
What?
He's just a little chubbier. And he's
I thought you said he's a little tubby. Now I was picturing...
Yeah, tubby, meaning like chubby.
Green Teletubby.
Tubby.
Does Tubby
Lauren,
mean
if
chubby?
you're listening...
Tubby means
Lauren
chubby?
put me onto Tubby.
I've never heard that.
No, Lauren started saying Tubby. Paul has heard it. Years ago.
People are just calling each other Tubby? Or it's an adjective?
Shout out Lauren. Lauren started using it as that's Tubby activity. Think big back activity.
Yeah.
Tubby. We'd be that's Tubby. And I think that was a her and Seb thing. And as someone without a person, I was like, Tubby. I like it. Anyway, picturing Tubby man. Also, he's in little
fingers
socks.
and toes tickling you?
It's just
that's crazy.
Just
that is
not
so
my
much.
phalanges.
I thought mine was a little extreme. I'm like, people are just picturing coughing. And you're picturing a fat leprechaun in your throat tickling you.
Yeah, he's not a redhead, though. I don't want there to be
I don't think leprechauns have to be redhead. Do they?
Fact check. You look Irish.
Yeah, we knew that one.
Oh, that was good. I didn't...
Brunette?
Yeah, I think he's...
I feel like he's wearing a hat, no? Well, if he's Peter Pan,
you know what? I'm not really focusing on the top of his head. I think he has a hat.
You're focusing on the phalanges.
On the phalanges on...
The phalanges on your... Whatever these are. Nodes?
Nodes!
Lymph... Yeah, nodes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
nodes. I get taken out.
Yeah. The
Correct.
phalanges on the nodes.
Yeah, I just was curious what the people are thinking.
I can guarantee you, not that.
Hey, drop a comment if you've ever thought of, if you've ever imagined
that Peter Pan in your throat. When people say there's a tickle in my throat.
No?
That image. Now I'm gonna picture you in my throat. With your little red nails tickling me. Ew.
Yeah. Well,
sorry. Sorry, Peter Pan got stuck.
Got the notes. He really strangled my vocal cords. He got scared. He didn't know I could see him.
Peter Pan has stage fright.
He has social anxiety. It's part of his charm.
Did a cat catch your tongue? No, Peter Pan did.
I'm now losing the ability to speak.
Take a quick,
Pardon me.
wet lung reset.
Do you think they were suffering with wet lung during the Dust Bowl effect? Not effect. Dust Bowl City. What was it called? What was the historical event called?
Was it just Dust Bowl?
Yes. I think it might have been.
Yes.
Dust
Now you're onto something.
Dust Bowl effect.
Minimalism.
That's just all of the women in North County after neutrals came in. Dust Bowl effect. We all said beige.
Do you think they had wet lung during Dust Bowl?
Yeah.
What was Dust Bowl? Just dry?
Wasn't it when the crops wouldn't grow because the land was
just so
dry and
That's
people
what
were
I
moving?
think. Was that all
Not really sure.
simultaneous with the Oregon Trail?
Paul is giving us a
nope,
no.
He's giving us a no.
He's giving us a no.
I feel like Oregon Trail was Oregon Trail just for the heck of it to explore.
I was gonna say it pushed them to the coast for Gold Rush.
Oh.
History.
Gold neutrals.
Gold Bowl.
Dust. Gold Bowl.
Gold Bowl.
So during the Gold Bowl effect, lots of cannibalism. That's all I remember. All I remember of the
There
Oregon
was
Trail.
cannibalism? Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh yeah, that's the only thing I remember from Oregon Trail besides the game.
Wait, this had nothing to do with the Oregon Trail. I thought we were separate from the Oregon Trail. Separate but equal.
Wait. There was cannibalism for the Oregon Trail, at least.
I'm talking about the Dust Bowl. Was there Dust Bowl?
Maybe there was cannibalism for the Dust Bowl.
I don't get
Wheat
cannibalism.
wouldn't grow. I mean, it's like the most primal thing next to birth you could probably do.
I know that it still happens in villages, and
Jeffrey Dahmer's case, it's not just villages.
Dahmer? What was his last name?
Dahmer. Sorry, I don't do hard R's.
That's good. Dahmer. Oh,
Dolly Parton? What'd he say?
Donner Party?
Donner Party?
And they're
another
cannibalists? Are they rich? They sound rich.
I mean, if you can...
You get a name in an exclusive club? I mean, if you're eating people,
someone,
I'm going to make you
it's
exclusive.
Expensive. It's expensive to buy someone alive. It's probably expensive to buy someone dead.
How do you pick who gets eaten? Like, do you pick
Aesthetics.
the tubbiest one? They take little
you
throat
ate
man.
Peter Pan, so...
I digested him. I feel like it doesn't count.
He was born there.
He
was born in my nodes.
We are one.
I hope nodes is the right term.
It's starting...
If it's not, and we're talking about a different...
I don't think it is.
You don't think it's correct?
Well, no, because lymph nodes, I know, are like here and here. And I think there is some here, but I don't think they affect the way you speak.
I don't know.
Or like cough.
So the Dust
I know
Bowl?
that they can fill up. And I don't know what happens after.
After they fill up? After your nodes fill?
Yeah. The white women are starting to trampoline to
calm the nodes down.
Yeah. Rebounding,
Trampoline
if you
is-
will.
Oh, wow. No longer for the kids.
No. You rebound for 10 minutes a day. They're saying it's equivalent to 3 miles. It's not.
They're not scientists.
Hey, but their nodes doing great.
Your nodes look great today, Cindy.
Shout out, Cindy. Love your nodes.
Anyways, the Dust Bowl?
No, cannibalism. I'm not sure how we pick who gets eaten. I don't know why I'm saying we. I'm not participating.
That's exactly
I
what a
don't
cannibalist
do
would
that.
say.
No, that sounds really gross.
Yeah, I'm sure 99% of the population think it's
But like, how do I know
disgusting.
that this isn't human?
You don't. We're all just really trusting what's on the nutrition labels.
Yeah, I think about that all the time.
We're just really trusting that.
There's no way this is just beef.
Is that the only thing on the ingredients? Don't do free plugs.
No, there's
How are we going to monetize if we just give them the free?
water, sea salt, celery powder, cherry powder. There's some seasonings.
Seasonings and beef?
Yeah.
But it could be human and we would never know.
This could be a phalange.
Well, we needed to ask Jeffrey Dahmer, like, a lot more than, who do you kill? How do you do it? Like, we needed to ask, does it taste different?
I didn't know he was eating people.
What do you think he was doing?
R-word stuff.
What? Oh, I only knew this because in middle school I was really into Katy Perry's song Dark Horse.
Yes.
And part of that rap, which I did have to memorize, he says, "Eat your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer."
Oh,
and I
yes.
would sing
Okay.
that, and then eventually my mom went, "You need to know what that means."
She said, "Let me tell you something."
And then I was introduced to Jeffrey Dahmer as the only cannibalist I've known. Now I know about Dolly Party or what Dolly, the one that's
donor,
Dolly Parton,
the
but
donor
not-
party.
the donor. Oh,
What is it?
Donnie
Dahmer.
Party, Dahmer part. Okay,
Donner. That's way too close.
You
to
know
Donner.
Dasher and Dancer and Donner. I know Donner.
I know Donner, and I stay away from her. Yeah, I just am not comfortable with the fact that this is a common practice for some people.
I don't think it's common.
I just am not. Well, I'm feeling unwell about it.
I think it was common in the Oregon Trail. Is that fair?
I don't know
Yes.
much about the Oregon
They had
Trail.
to Paul saying it's not fair. Okay, the only video I ever saw on the Oregon Trail ended in cannibalism. And it was like they were freezing cold.
Who did they eat?
And I remember my history teacher being like, if you get sick pretty easily or whatever, don't do wild crazy stuff, you can leave the room now. So I
love
left
an
the room.
excuse to leave the room.
Oh yeah, I left the room. But I also was like, I cannot stay in this room if they are now going to be showing or talking about cannibalism, and that's what it was. So now my concept of the Oregon Trail is not the Gold Bowl or whatever. It is cannibalism.
Hey, I hope they're doing well now though. The Dust Bowl.
The cannibalists?
No, I'm still thinking
Hope
about.
they're well.
I mean, hope everyone's well, but I'm
The
just
Dust
not
Bowl,
sure.
Are they alive? When
No,
was the Dust
no,
Bowl?
I mean like they're kids.
Dust Bowl is just
Like Grandma
always
Dust
the
Bowl.
state of the Midwest, isn't it?
I mean,
I haven't been there to know.
I don't know.
I don't think I plan on going.
Also thinking
I
about
don't think
the
I'll
fact,
ever go to Oklahoma.
Also thinking about the fact that I once participated in a walkout on accident because they said, "Hey, we're all leaving at 11:45," and I said, "Chill. Where are we going?" They're like, "There's
Do you
a
know what it was
walkout."
for?
Gun violence. I did not.
You're wearing like a Pro 2A hat and you're like, what are we here for?
I'm wearing my MAGA sweatshirt. And I go, cool. See y'all at the. Like, I literally went and got a snack.
Any excuse to leave class, I'm taking it.
I went
At
and got a
rally, I would
snack.
be sitting there and be like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever watched. Would I 100% go if it was optional? Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah.
My senior year English teacher started sending me out with a bodyguard because I would just go. I'd be like, sorry, did somebody say they need a favor in the parking lot? Somebody needs something from their car? Like, I would just take walks. And so he'd be like, okay, I'm going to send someone with you. Well, then it just turned into
You're best buds with the security guard.
No, it was just other guys in my class. Like, he would just send a guy out with me.
Oh, that's weird.
It was like,
that is so weird.
Jordan's making a face.
I thought you meant actual security guard because we had those.
I mean, he went D1, so like,
they're not far
Shout
off.
out Jonathan Harrison, if you're watching this, ever.
Thanks for taking me to the parking
lot. He's now
lot.
a rapper. And he plays...
He's the opposite of who they...
For SDSU.
Okay, good for him.
Go Big John.
Yeah, my brother used to just like... He was so distracting in class, but he really had that ability to distract anyone, anywhere, that he would get kicked out of class, but then the teacher would see him just like chatting with anyone that walked by, like any other kid that was going to the bathroom. It was like, you're distracting everyone. So he made him FaceTime him.
I don't like that.
He FaceTimed him. I loved this teacher, so he FaceTimed him as he was outside the class, so he knew he was still listening. Caleb goes, well, now I can still hear. I'm just going to go on a walk. He starts taking the entire class on a tour of our campus.
Oh, good.
And he's like, and
they put that
our
on
teacher
the
is going, Caleb, where I hope we can find it. I'll ask Caleb. He's like, Caleb, where are you going?
No, I'm thinking classroom screen. Like, we're all
it's
in this
it's
together.
His phone. Yeah, I don't think it was on the... I think this was before the days that AirPlay were really common. But he was like...
sad.
I know. He was like, Caleb, where are you going? Like, he just sees blue sky. Like, all of the background is constantly changing. And he's like, I can still hear you. You know, we're talking about government, whatever. He's like, say hi, front desk lady. He got away with a lot. But yeah, sounds like you did too. Sounds like y'all would, you wouldn't be friends in high school, but y'all would get each other. You'd understand it.
Yeah. I mean, I was just tired. I wanted to get out of the room, wanted to go for a walk. I wanted a little sunshine. I did start to time my walks because our security team would do their walks. And so, or not, I shouldn't say time them, but I would just be very careful about which direction I walked at which points. And I was like, no, I'm not doing anything.
You're training for Ocean's 11.
I think if I wanted to in life, I could get away with a lot. And I'm glad that the Lord has restored
cannibalism?
That's not something I want to get away with. Yeah. I think...
You may do it every day with that chomp.
It might be.
How do we know it's not human? See, no, okay, this is...
I don't know, now I'm overanalyzing the chunks.
Are those notes?
Like, this one's got a white spot. I've never seen a chomp with a white spot.
Okay, wait. I do want to circle back to
glare.
this. That's just your eyes. I do want to circle back. We needed to ask Jeffrey Dahmer, what does human meat taste like? What are the key differences? How, like, all of these questions that no one really wants to know the answer to, but like, if I knew what human meat tasted like, I would feel confident that I'm not being served it. And instead, I'm just going off trust that even at restaurants, what they're putting down in front of me is animal.
What if it's the original chicken?
What?
You know how everyone says, like, oh, tastes like chicken. What if we had to start using that? Because it, like, tastes...
the original tastes like chicken was tastes like human?
Like, oh, that tastes like calf.
Do you think animals have that? Animals are like,
unfortunately,
tastes like human.
I have fed chickens chicken. Not a high point in my life. I'd like to... But I wanted to see if it happened. Actually, I don't want to take full credit for that.
Yeah, the chicken came up to you.
Yeah, and there was a lot going on. I also had a ton of chickens at one point. Oh, that chicken had chicken too.
Okay, wait, this is a great parallel.
Yes,
you had a different chicken scenario?
We used to have chickens in our backyard, and if I'd be eating...
Okay, yeah. No,
they were free range.
A great example of how you could be fed your own species meat and without knowing it.
Wow. We are so underdeveloped.
I know. It's like being back in the Dust Bowl.
Everything just tastes like dirt. Or beef or chicken, and I don't know.
Human.
I don't know what started it. Like, everyone says, oh, have you had it? Well, it tastes like chicken. How do we know what started that? Because not everything tastes like chicken.
No, I mean, that's just white people not knowing what things taste like.
That's also lack of
If
seasoning.
you don't season anything, everything tastes bad.
Tastes like flesh. Yeah, obviously.
I don't like the term flesh with my food.
It's what it is.
Is it flesh when it's on an animal?
It's not flesh. It's muscle. Muscle felt worse to me.
So you went, tastes like flesh?
I don't
And
know.
she goes,
I'm thinking it's all bloody and meaty and...
Meat.
Yeah.
Meat.
Flesh
is human.
Is
flesh of my flesh.
Is it just... I thought animals could have flesh. I stand corrected.
You may not be corrected.
Paul says they can.
Paul, animals can have flesh. Oh.
It's skin.
Flesh is not skin. Is flesh skin? No, yeah,
it's
more than skin.
I'm gonna Google.
It has to be more than skin.
So
maybe it's skin and meat. And then in that case, my steak is not flesh. However, my chicken wing is. What is flesh?
Soft substance consisting of muscle and fat that is found between the skin and bones of an animal or a human.
Or a human or an animal. Okay.
Found between skin and bone.
So you were accurate.
Yeah.
And it's not the skin.
I know flesh.
Kaleah knows her flesh, and I'm
not
starting
human,
to
but I know
starting
flesh.
to really reconsider how much she knows.
No, I do find cannibalism fascinating because I just don't get it.
I think most people don't get it. That's the point of mental illness.
There's this interview with a reporter, and he's interviewing a cannibalistic, is that a word? Village. And he's sitting next to them as they're eating. And like this. And all of
Who
sudden,
opted to get that job? His boss hates him.
No, I think he's one of those reporters that's like, nah, I live life on the edge. Like, is doing crazy stories like that.
Cannibalistic Society.
Yeah, you put yourself in a village.
I'm an adrenaline junkie. One thing I'm not doing, going to meet cannibals.
Going to meet people who eat people.
Yeah.
It's like hurt people. Meet people, eat people, eat people.
Eat people, meet people.
Eat people, meet people. Yeah, anyway, he's sitting amongst this village, and they are beginning to look at him differently. And you have to watch the video, because all of a sudden, the fear of these people are willing to eat me sets in. And they start to look at him and like make sounds and things, and they're just communicating. Like, that is obviously their language. But it's crazy.
It has to be similar to how we size up animals. I mean, and I don't ever do this because I go to the grocery store, but it's like, I mean, I don't even do that much, but it's like, if I look at a chicken, I'm going to want the plumper chicken. I don't want a chicken that looks like skin and bones, right? So I wonder if they're like looking him up and down, and they're like, there's a lot of flesh on those bones.
Yeah, we don't have to eat our aunt if he goes down.
Those villages.
Yeah, they're small. You're eating your family member. That's what I'm saying is like, how do you pick? You have one.
No, I'm thinking like Jeffrey Dahmer's
bad family dinner.
It's, serial
I would be, if it was my family, it'd be me. I'd be dead.
Yeah.
You stir the pot one time, you're in the pot.
Wow.
Welcome to soup. Welcome. Because that is you. Like, oh, what are we having tonight? Joe. Like,
in another sense, way to give life after your death.
I mean, yeah.
They're providing.
They are providing.
I'm not going to say I'm pro cannibalism. Cannibalistic Society.
Pro Cannonball Society.
But I am saying, I mean, I guess use my meat for the greater good once I'm gone.
That's the thing, is they're not gone yet. They're not ready to be gone.
They're speeding up nature a little bit. Yeah.
I wonder if he like pig fights for that reason.
Can you imagine stirring the pot when you know someone could be dinner?
Can you imagine stirring the physical pot and it's literally someone you know in the pot? Is that potato?
It's either someone
that's his ear.
someone they know or the stupid reporters who come by wanting to take pictures of a cannibalistic society, and they're like, wonder what white meat tastes like. I've only had dark.
They're sitting fireside, and they're like, all of a sudden, he is roasting, and he smells nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy.
Barbecue. Classic American meal. Dust Bowl. Hi.
And this is your education for the day.
I don't know how long we've been going for, Paul.
Should we end on a
Oh, we've got time.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of when we were talking through high school, I thought of other things, and I'm like, this was part of my high school experience
on a different level.
Correct.
High schoolers,
teachers
and middle
included.
schoolers, anyone who voluntarily is there, and anyone who has to be there, is at least like 1 foot in the door to cannibalism. They're in social cannibalism, I would call it. Mental cannibalism.
High school is,
they want to destroy, eat other of the same species.
Nobody's safe in high school.
That's correct.
And if you think you're safe, you're on the chopping block. Like, and that's scarier because you don't know who.
You know what? I got chopped in senior year. Never felt freer.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think mine was really early on, right? Like, severed ties with a group and then just really played my cards well in high school. I
got chopped multiple times, and then I was like, y'all are scared of the cannibalisms? Whoa.
Cannibalisms.
What are they called? Cannibalists. Sorry, don't use that word enough in my day-to-day. Y'all are scared of the
cannibalists. It doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah, y'all are scared of the cannibalists, and I've survived them. That's what it felt like. That's what it feels like not caring who's home and coming clean. It's like, hey, I'm not scared she's going to eat me.
I did vote the girls I didn't like for homecoming king. Just to be like, oh yeah, I voted for you for king. Just gotcha. Because I was like, that's just you. The fact that we do homecoming courts is weird to me.
I think it's so fun. I simultaneously love it, and then I think we're at a football game and you are in a floor-length gown. Is this not like a little weird?
You're in a floor-length gown doing a rehearsed dance in front of thousands of people.
At the age of 17.
And, yeah.
You're 17. You're not my queen. Sorry.
No.
Not my queen.
No, I don't know that especially the way Carlsbad does it. It's like an incredible experience. Like, you ride around the town on the back of a classic car next to whoever's nominated next to you, and you literally parade through the city and we cheer for you.
I think
that's a different level.
Here's my issue with it.
Town.
Some people have an issue with like hyping them up that much or whatever. I think my only issue is that like you are setting the bar so high for them. Like, where can they go from there? Of course they peaked in high school. You literally shouted their name, praised them as they're waving in a beautiful gown while everyone else is sweaty intentionally on the back of a car through a beach town city. Like, yeah, they're gonna peak in high school.
Yeah. I would like to know, many of them at Carlsbad are part of the LDS church. And I'm thinking, you might not be in door-to-door sales, technically, because you haven't done your mission. But y'all start selling. You really get into... They play that game.
They know how to campaign.
I mean, they sell Mormonade every day after school. So
is that real?
Not every day, but yeah, they do.
What's Mormonade?
I don't know. I never drank it.
It's an actual drink?
Yes, it's lemonade, but they Mormonade. And I'm sure
get your Mormonade?
Yeah, so literally anyone
high schoolers
across from Carlsbad High School, like right across is the LDS Church of Carlsbad.
Yeah.
They would put a table on the opposing corner, like right there where that grass patch is, and set up a Mormonade table.
Did they do well?
I
Probably. High schoolers
I
love
don't-
to spend money. Love to spend money.
I think they gave
Love
it away.
cannibalism. Oh. No.
And it was like hey, can I tell you about...
I trust something
What's his name?
exponentially
Smith.
more. No, you may not. I'll trust Joseph.
Oh, Jimmy. Sorry, first name. Joseph is also a first name.
I trust something exponentially more if I have to pay for it.
You do.
Oh yeah.
You enjoy
Free
it
Mormonade?
more?
No, I don't enjoy it more. I trust it more.
Oh, I heard enjoy it more.
You're giving away free open drinks on the side of a high school versus I have to pay for it $2. Here's the thing, because if I have to pay for it, yeah, not only do I like trust that you want me as a customer, you know, like you're getting something out of this, but like this transaction is done. You've given me something, I've given you something. When it's free Mormonade, you have this like I owe it to them to sit and like listen to Jimmy Smith.
No, you know what is spinning in my mind is if you were to purchase it, you would be giving to the church. And that's a really weird tie. If you accepted donations, which I never approached the table. I don't know if they did or didn't. And I'm not going to run Jimmy Smith's name to the ground. Although I will, because you're false.
Because it's literally not his
but
name.
I won't do it. I won't do it about Mormonade. You would literally, would have ties to that church. Like, that just doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
And granted, most people...
You put it on your tax forms. $20. What is this? Mormonade.
My weekly Mormonade. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
But hey, I mean, we've talked about religion a decent amount. I've talked about religion a decent amount.
Loves bringing it up.
It's
good.
It is. And I love to see the ways that other religions have to pivot, just not giving the honest gospel. I'm like, you got to go far and wide. You got to go door to door. Mormonade. You've got carts in every city.
Yeah,
and
if your gospel doesn't make sense, now you have a marketing department.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Or, yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Hey.
Or you have to go brainwash. And both of those are equally hard.
Yeah.
And go hand in hand.
You either got a marketing department or a prophecy gospel.
Yeah.
Prosperity.
All right, let's end with... I really didn't think we were going to talk so much about cannibalism today. Or ever. I never wake up thinking that.
Although, I never know what we're going to talk about.
Kaleah writes the best. Let me give a backstory. You find one.
I'm going to read Mexico.
Yeah. I'll give a backstory because I don't
get
think,
to it.
Unless we air it on the Patreon. I don't think the other one will be aired. So, backstory to our public restrooms rating list. We've had it for like at least a year, and we just love to critique things that like no one really cares about, or like no one else really critiques. So hence public restrooms. But I also just think it's important because if I need to go and like I have the option between a Denny's and a 7-Eleven, like I really would love that insight on what's a better public restroom. And that's not available at this point, but we're fighting to make a difference here.
We will acknowledge there is other restroom review platforms.
Yeah. None of them are as funny as ours.
No.
So go ahead and read yours circa 2023 Mexico City.
Welcome to Mexico City, Gate 17. I'm just going to get right into it because if I set the stage, we'll never stop talking. 1 out of 10. Resembles a dark storage closet. Smells like a morgue. Some toilets missing toilet seats. And all soap dispensers have been removed from the sink. 1 point awarded to the lovely flight attendant, the lovely attendant, who on her second trip to the bathroom was brushing her teeth. Stay fresh. That's it. I'm going to let that be enough.
I was just going to say, just let it sit. Let them think about the fact that they have attendants and...
Not flight attendants, just attendants.
And they're also using the restroom.
And what if she
or
didn't
brushing your teeth.
I'm not going to get into it, but I just want to sit on what if she didn't work there.
We assumed a lot.
Panhandling in the bathroom is crazy.